Hey everybody, welcome to Barbecue by Biggs. I'm Aaron, and today we're going to do something special. We're breaking out that grinder. We're going to grind up some brisket. We're going to grind up some pork butt, and we're going to make some Philly cheesesteak sausages. We're going to take those sausages, cook them on the Yoder, and then we're going to make some awesome sandwiches. So if you guys want to see some awesome Philly cheesesteak sausage sandwiches, come along with us. Stay tuned. All right, for these Philly cheesesteak brats, we got a good small brisket here. We're gonna cut it up in chunks, get it ready to grind. Then we also got a pork butt. We're gonna do about a 70 to 30% mix ratio, and we'll get these cut up and get them ready to go in the grinder. We'll bring you guys back. So we are using the Cabela's 3/4 horsepower grinder, so don't need small chunks, but we are gonna chunk it up so we get good mixture with that pork butt. So we'll make some small little chunks, both this one and the pork butt. We're gonna do a 70-30 mixture on this. 70% of it's gonna be beef, 30% of it's gonna be the pork butt, because we wanna have that big beefy flavor with these brats. So we'll get these all cut up in the portions that we need, and we'll bring you guys back for the grind. All right, so we've got them all cut up, ready to go into the grinder. What we're gonna do is we're gonna stick these in the freezer for about another 15-20 minutes just to get everything cooled back down. But you can see that's about how big of the chunks that we're gonna use. You got the brisket, we went ahead and mixed in the pork, so when it grinds, it'll grind together. So we'll get this in the freezer and then we'll get it into the grinder. We'll bring you guys back. All right, so we have the grinder. We took the grinding throat, put it in the freezer. As you can tell, it's ice cold. Keeps that meat cold as we're grinding. So we'll get that put on here. We have the smaller plate on this Cabela's 3/4 horse. It's a 4.5 millimeter. That's what we're gonna use to grind with today. Gonna show you that. Get it out. Just a 4.5 millimeter plate. Get that in there. Everything's already put together. So ice cold already. And then of course, with the Cabela's grinder, it has the throat ice pack that goes on it, which keeps that pretty darn cold. So we'll get that put on. All right. Ready to grind up. Like we said before, we have the meat that's in here. We put it in the freezer for about 15 minutes after we cubed it up, just to have it ice cold as it goes through. And we'll get that in here and get it started grinding. I do have a foot pedal on this grinder, so all I gotta do is put it in forward, and I can turn it on or turn it off. And as you see, it's not very loud at all. So we'll get this grinded up and get it ready to go. Grinds pretty good on its own, but we'll use the stopper a little bit to get it down in there. All right, we'll get it all grinded up and we'll bring you guys back when we're ready to add the seasoning and everything else goes with it. You guys remember? All right, we got the 10 tablespoons of PS seasoning, Philly cheesesteak plus seasoning. We're just gonna add that in. We'll just sprinkle that over the top. About half of it, we'll flip it over. Get some of that mixed in. Then we'll add the rest of it in. So we're gonna have to knead this together until we get that protein extraction that we need. We're gonna add about 2/3 a cup of water. We'll add a little bit at a time. So we're gonna get this mixed together. It's gonna take us 3 or 4 minutes of kneading to get this to the consistency that we're looking for. So we'll bring you guys back right when we're there. So stay tuned. where we got the protein extraction that we're looking for. Basically where it gets sticky, where you can take this on your hand, just like you see on my hand. You smash it into a patty on your hand, and then it holds, see? So you got that protein extraction, it's sticking. So that's what we're looking for. It's not dry, works perfect. So this is almost done. We're gonna take a patty of it, fry it up. So yeah, this is almost done. We're gonna get that. We're gonna add a pound of mozzarella high temp cheese to this. So once we get it kind of where we want it, we'll add that in now. So let me get that cheese and I'll bring you guys back. So to do 10 pounds of this sausage, we got 1 pound of the PS Seasonings high temp mozzarella cheese. We decided to go with mozzarella instead of provolone because we want to put provolone on top of it when we make it. So we're gonna do the high temp mozzarella cheese. We got 1 pound here. This recipe, about 10 pounds. We'll take about a pound of this. So we'll just add it in and we'll fold it in on top of one another so we don't break it all apart. Let me get gloved up and we'll do that. So we're just gonna take the cheese and fold it into it. Not pushing real hard because we don't want to break it all apart, but we want to make sure that we get the cheese throughout the meat. So we'll just fold it like dough. If you see some parts that don't have as much as the other, make sure to fold that more. If you look, this part full, this part not, so we'll fold that into it. We're gonna take a patty of this, we're gonna fry it up, we're gonna make sure that we're straight on everything that we got going on. The flavor's there, we don't need to add something. So we'll take a little patty of this. I'll get it fried up. So with this meat stuffer, all we're gonna do is we're gonna take this meat that we got mixed up here, and we're just gonna kind of toss it down to the bottom here and push so we don't have any air pockets. The air pockets are your enemy here, so make sure you get the air out of it, push it down, make it really, really, really air-free. You want to try to get it over to the sides and in between. So we'll get this loaded up, and then we'll get the sausage casings on.
So these casings are regular hog casings. So when we took them out of the package, they were packaged in salt. So we let them soak for 30 to 40 minutes in warm water. We drained that warm water and then refilled it with warm water again, let it soak for another 30 minutes. So once we had them soaked the allotted amount of time, then you just stick your fingers in, and as you see here, I'm just dipping it in the water, lifting it up while I'm creating a bubble of water through that intestine. So what that's gonna do is it's gonna allow that intestine to flush, that casing to flush, and then it's gonna allow it to straighten out. So we're gonna add a little bit of water to the horn here, and then we're just gonna slide this casing on. We like to dribble a little bit of water and have that little bit of water in that casing because the water lets the sausage kind of slide around after you start to put it into the casing. So all you gotta do is take the end of that casing, slide it onto the end of your horn, and then just push it up. Just feed it on and push it towards the end of that horn. It's real easy to do, just takes a few minutes here, just slide it on to the end. Once you get it on the end, turn the handle 1 or 2 cranks until that meat comes to the end to take the air out. Then you'll tie a knot on the end of that casing, slide it back down towards the end of the horn, and then you're ready to start adding sausage to your casing. You just want to keep even pressure to the end of that horn. So on that thumb, just keep that thumb on that casing right against that plastic or metal horn that you have on whatever you're using, and then just put even pressure on the handle when you crank. If you end up with not enough in there, that's fine. You can do extra twists in the next twisting stage. If you have a blowout, you know what? Just tie it off and just start over. It's no big deal. We'll get these cased up and then we'll get them ready to link them up.
All right, so we're just gonna take these. You got them marked out over on the side here, about 6.5 inches. We're just gonna take these, measure them out. So we'll squeeze here, come down here, squeeze here. And we'll just take that and spin it. And again, squeeze here, squeeze here, just like that. All right, they're done. We'll lay them out, we'll put them in the refrigerator, let the pellicles set a little bit, and we'll get them grilled up tomorrow. See you guys then. All right, got them all stuffed up. We're gonna put them on the smoker, 275 degrees, using B&B competition blend pellets. We're gonna get them on the Yoder now. Come with us. All right, the Yoder's at 275 degrees. We're gonna cook them right up here on the top rack. Here we go. Get them laid out here. We'll cook up till that internal's at least 155, 160 or so. Carry it over. All right, ready to go. We'll see you guys about 30 minutes or so. We'll check on them. All right, they've been on about 30 minutes at 275. We'll check them out. We'll give them a quick flip. Probably got about 15 minutes left on them. They're done. We'll buff it up 300 degrees and we'll bring you back for it. Move this one, we'll rotate them a little bit. Looks like it's a little hotter over here by the end. All right. Looking good though, guys. Bring you back. All right, they're done. Let's get us a sandwich built here. Let me bring you in a little bit closer as we build this sandwich up. All right, so we're gonna put one of these brats in the bun here. Got some onions that we sauteed with green peppers and butter here. Oh yeah, looking good. Now we're gonna put us a little bit more cheese on there. Yes, sir. All right, let's taste it. Might still be a little hot, but let's check it out. Oh man, it looks good. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Gotta tell you guys, look at the inside of that. Cheese. I think that deserves another bite. They're hot. There's some good sausages, guys. In a sandwich, out of this world. You guys have never done sausage before, man, it's really easy and it's absolutely worth the effort. This is the number 274 Philly cheesesteak and PS seasonings with some mozzarella, high temp cheese. Guys, this is amazing sausage and makes an amazing sandwich. So if you're looking for it, links in the description below. We'll catch you guys on the next cook. Thanks.